Welcome to In the Glow. I am Desiree Stordahl, the Senior Research and Education Manager.
And I am Deb Kilgore, Director of Educational Programs here at Paula's Choice.
And if you guys haven't watched one of these before, we're kind of the Paula's Choice pros. We know the products inside and out. We work with Brian and Paula and the team at large. It takes a village, is what we've always said here. We have chemists, researchers.
Yes.
There is a lot that goes into this, especially because we are all about that science background, right? Like, we're not jumping on gimmicky bandwagon trends because it just sounds cool.
Exactly.
We really need those studies to back things up. And that is going to be exciting because today we are rolling out one of our new products.
Yes, and this is in our clinical line. This is the clinical 0.3% retinol plus 2% bakuchiol treatment. Super exciting.
I made Deb say the name because I'm dyslexic and I was going to mix up those percentages.
And did you notice my pause there? It's like, think about it.
Yeah.
The names are a little tricky sometimes, so especially when they have two numbers in there.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is really exciting. This is the new addition, like I said, to our clinical collection of products, which really is, I don't know, they're kind of like add-on or bolt-on products. You can really customize your routine if you're experiencing advanced signs of aging or want to target some specific concerns. I think clinical is an area of our portfolio that you can look.
Absolutely. And make sure, as we're chatting along today too, we want to take your questions, especially when it comes to retinol and bakuchiol, but also just any skincare concerns, questions, products of ours that you want to know about. We are happy to answer those throughout the show as well. But we'll kind of just start out by explaining, why another retinol product, because we have a lot.
We love retinol. We love retinol. I thought we had a lot of AHA and BHA is what we do, but I think this is going to be like number 10 or 11 in terms of our retinol products in our portfolio. And so, one of the reasons that we do that is, well, there's a couple of reasons for this product. One is we can fill a gap. There was a gap in our portfolio. We went from 0.01% retinol to 1%, and this is what would be considered an intermediate or mid-strength retinol. And then we'll get into talking about, it's kind of a high-strength product, but a medium-strength retinol, so we'll have to kind of explain that.
The synergy between the bakuchiol and the retinol, making it a higher strength, even though that 0.3% of retinol by itself would be considered intermediate.
Yeah, so we'll dig into that a little bit deeper, but I think in terms of retinol and really our portfolio, the Paula's Choice portfolio altogether, is one of our strengths is we really have a strong range of different products, different textures, different strengths, and so we can really curate a routine for virtually anybody.
Yeah.
Any concern, any skin type. I mean, I think we can
Everything
cover
under
all
the sun.
bases. And, when we launch these products, we're really excited about them. We know there's going to be a lot of people that really want to give this a try, but we know there are people that are satisfied with their other retinol products and they won't need to switch. So we don't want to say that every product we launch you have to add into your routine, but we want to make sure that you know about it.
Yeah. That's always been something Paula has said all along the way. She doesn't use all of our products.
Right.
We have
she has a very
many products.
Yes.
That clearly you can't use them all.
And we don't use them all
No.
either. Of course we love them and, we want to showcase them and talk about them, but we want people to use what's right for them and ultimately whatever is going to help reach their skincare goals.
And with retinol, because it is so well researched and just has so many benefits, we really do want a concentration that everybody can use. So that's why we do have such minimal, lower concentration, lower strength.
Yeah.
Now, bridging the gap with a more medium, intermediate strengths, and then that higher strength. So you really have options. If you've tried, right off the bat a 1% retinol and it was too strong for you, you now have lower options that you can still get the benefits from, but you won't get that kickback or irritation you may have experienced from a higher potency.
Exactly.
So should we get into bakuchiol itself and how it's working with retinol?
I think we should. I struggle with that word. That seeds of a plant, Soralia coralifolia.
I can't pronounce it.
Brian Barron, where are you when we need you?
Phone a friend. The Babchi plant.
The Babchi
I can't
plant,
even pronounce the smaller name of it. But bakuchiol is a really interesting ingredient in that it influences a lot of the same anti-aging benefits that you have in skin that retinol can, but it's doing it via different pathways. So you're getting similar benefits, but you're giving skin, by combining it with retinol, you're giving skin almost like double the chance to, repair wrinkles, stimulate collagen production, help with uneven skin tone, firmness, all of those things associated with aging. They're working together just in different ways.
Yeah, exactly. All of those, retinol has like a 50+ year history. We have receptors for retinol in our skin, and they take a certain pathway. I think bakuchiol takes similar but different pathways like you were talking about, and I kind of think of as retinol as the coach for your skin. It's encouraging your skin and telling it to behave more like it did when it was younger and before damage occurred. And bakuchiol is kind of like the coach's assistant, right? It's doing those same things. They have kind of the same end goals in mind, and so they're working together. And like you said, there's this synergy that happens, which results in more even skin, less fine lines, less discoloration, so super exciting stuff.
And the bakuchiol is really good for reducing inflammation. So
good call.
With retinol, some people do have a sensitivity to that. And so this combination of the two theoretically could help your skin better tolerate retinol, especially at this type of percentage using the 2% bakuchiol with the 0.3% retinol. It's a really nice way to get those heavy hitting benefits, but in a gentler way for your skin potentially.
Yeah.
And then also because it's reducing inflammation, bakuchiol is also anti-aging and preventative aging in that respect. It's really going to help ward off those signs that you would potentially see from sun damage, and just as we get older, it's really going to keep your skin younger longer. So that synergistic effect of what retinol is doing plus the bakuchiol is a really nice way to get those well-rounded benefits. But of course, we're Paula's Choice, so we didn't stop there.
Right? Multifaceted formulas. That's another thing that we're known for. And I mean, those of you who might be new watching this, what does that mean? It means that we can't just rely on one ingredient, right? So one ingredient, no matter how wonderful it is, no matter how much research there is behind it, we know that it needs those supporting actors to really lift it up and get the job done. So it's kind of like the same way we wouldn't just eat spinach or one particular ingredient.
Some of those supporters there's peptides, there's vitamin C, ceramide, just a whole host of other antioxidants. And one of the things with antioxidants and bakuchiol in particular is that it can help stabilize retinol as well. So it helps the retinol stay more effective longer.
That was interesting.
That is really interesting.
I didn't know that at first, so I thought that was a good bit of information.
It's a nice way to support what's already a great ingredient, just keep your skin reaping those benefits longer, more effectively. So again, this is going to be something that you may want to start out slowly with at this strength, because even though that 0.3% is a medium strength retinol, when it's added with this bakuchiol that's really helping strengthen its benefits, you want to start slowly and see how your skin responds.
It would end up being kind of classified, and I know we're doing some work, so stay tuned on our website, kind of some of our retinol pages, and we really want to help better guide consumers to making those retinol shopping decisions. But when we'll do kind of a breakdown of strengths from beginning, low strength, mid strength, and high strength. This really would be classified as a high strength.
Yeah.
So just to clarify again, it has 0.3% retinol, which is mid strength, but when you add that 2% bakuchiol, it does move it into the high strength range. So going back to what you were saying, just kind of easing into that. More isn't always better. So start slowly, let your skin acclimate, and then you can always do more.
Yeah. When it comes to any retinol product, because I am one of those people who does have the sensitivity to it in those higher concentrations, so no matter what, I always start out at let's just try it once a week.
Yeah.
Let's just start from there.
There can be a delayed response. I mean, some people apply it and they're like, oh, this feels great, so they want to apply more, but sometimes people, if they're a little sensitive to it, don't see it for 2-3 days out after that first initial use. So I think that's a good approach.
No, and that's a really good point. I'm one of those people where I tend to not see anything for 2 to 3 days, and then that's, if I'm going to have any sort of sensitivity, that would be when it kicks in.
Yeah.
You can also, what we call buffer any retinol product you're using. You have the omega serum.
Yeah, I think the omega serum is great. I mean, on its own, but when you combine it with a product like this, and what we mean by buffering is basically it can minimize some of that irritation that one might experience, but you're still going to get the full benefit of the product. So it's not inhibiting, it's not stopping this product from working, but it will make it a little more gentle on skin. So you could do a layer of a product like this, followed by this product.